following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff.
Hi, I'm Elaine Swan, the host of Oceanside Spectrum. Well, spring is in the air, and we have a refreshing lineup of guests on today's show. Canine Companions for Independence is here to talk about their organization and how you can become involved. Hopestart International will be on the show to speak about their programs and the work they do in Haiti. OCAF, the Oceanside Cultural Arts Foundation, will be here to talk about their Oceanside Days of Art event. Solutions for Change will be in the studio to talk about their mission and their spring concert called Mission Solve It. And celebrating their 25th anniversary, we have the Tri-City Inline Hockey League stopping by to tell you about how you can become involved with the league. So take a moment from your spring cleaning and get caught up with what's happening in North San Diego County, because Oceanside Spectrum starts now. Hi, well, we'd like to welcome our very first guest for today, Becky Miller. She is with the Canine Companions for Independence. And so thank you so much, Becky, for being here. And you brought along a friend with you too.
Yes.
Tell us your friend's name.
This is Picasso.
Picasso. And so, you know, it's we were just kind of talking and chatting a little bit about Picasso and his personality and that he's a mixed breed for a particular reason. But first, before we talk a little bit about Picasso, tell us about the work you all do and how you are able to help individuals.
Absolutely. So Canine Companions for Independence is a nonprofit organization that provides assistance dogs to adults and children with disabilities. We provide the dogs and the training completely free of charge, as well as the ongoing follow-up support, so we can ensure that their teams have a quality partnership for the rest of their working years together.
Which is really great. And so you had shared with me that right now, Picasso, he has been trained and he's getting ready to be matched.
Yes.
So tell me about the matching part of it.
The matching part is part science, part magic.
Okay.
It is, you know, we have these amazing dogs that have gone through 2.5 years of training. They were born for this job. We do all of our own breeding. So they were born for this job. They start out their career at 8 weeks old with a volunteer, and they, you know, they show us what they can do. And if they have the right temperament and the right skill set, they'll ideally get matched up with somebody with a disability. Well, while the dogs are going through their process, our applicants are coming through their own process as well.
I see.
So the individuals with disabilities who are looking to acquire a service dog are coming through a really intensive application process. It's about a 6-month application process. And then if they are selected for the program, they're placed on our waiting list. Our waiting list can be, you know, up to 2 years for some people, just to make sure that we really find the right dog that's going to be a long-lasting match. We're looking at making an 8 to 10 year partnership with somebody.
I see. And so what are some of the activities that the companions would do to assist individuals?
So our organization really focuses on physical, practical tasks.
Okay.
So most of our clients do have all of our adult clients have a physical disability.
Okay.
And any of our clients who are children have physical and or cognitive disabilities.
I see.
And the dogs are trained to they have a vocabulary of about 40 different commands that they know. And those range from basic things like sit and stay and here and those types of things to the more advanced commands like picking up objects off the floor. If you're in a wheelchair, it's very difficult to reach over and pick up your phone or your keys if you drop them.
Right.
And turning on and off light switches, pulling a manual wheelchair, opening doors, hitting automatic push plate buttons, all of those types of things that might be difficult for somebody who has limited range of motion.
Sure.
The dog can help with those types of tasks.
Wow. And so Picasso is going to show us one of his tasks right now. Okay, so let's see.
Picasso, sit. Good boy. So I'm going to have him pick up my phone here. Picasso, get. You got it, buddy. Good. Sit. And then if I didn't have the range of motion to just reach out and take it from him, he can actually bring it up onto my lap. Picasso, lap. Good boy.
Oh, wow.
give
amazing. Very good. Yay,
good.
Picasso.
And you can see the tails wagging. They love their jobs.
He's feeling really good about this, really good about it. So you all are most certainly looking for volunteers, of course, to assist you, correct?
Yeah, we are an organization that thrives on volunteers. We could not do what we do without our volunteers. Primarily, our volunteers help us out by actually taking these 8-week-old puppies into their home and providing them with early socialization and obedience training for the first 18 months of their life. And once they're finished with them and they have a well-behaved dog, they give them back to us, and we do all of their professional training to match them up with their future partner.
Perfect. And so if someone is interested in puppy raising or volunteering in any way, what do? They contact you at your website?
Yeah, our website is the best place and the most accurate and up-to-date information. They can go on our website, which is www.cci.org. We also have an event coming up on May 12th. We're going to have an open house or a grand reopening. We recently had some remodeling done to our building, so we're excited to kind of reintroduce our facility to the community. It's going to be open to the community, and it'll be at our center.
Well, we'll have to make sure to visit, stop by, and
absolutely.
And take a look. Well,
We'd love to have you.
Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for bringing Picasso along as well.
You bet.
We certainly appreciate you and all the work you all are doing for individuals. We are going to take a little break, and we'll come right back with our next guest.
Use motor oil or cocktail or toxins. Dispose carefully, you got lots of options. Never the trash, the drain, or the ground. That's insane and it ain't safe and sound. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city.
Recycle used oil and filters at certified collection points in Oceanside. For locations, see greenoceanside.org.
Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here with our next guest from Hopestart International, Mr. Frederick Clearier. Welcome to the show, Mr. Clearier. Glad to have you here. Hopestart International, you are really doing incredible work internationally, most especially in Haiti, and helping individuals and families who are there. How did this all begin? What caused you to get this going?
Well, let's begin with the fact that I was born in Haiti, lived there for the first 17 years of my life.
I see.
And came to the U.S. when I was 17 to get a college education, and intending to return to Haiti after I graduated from college.
Okay.
But some political upheaval happened, and members of my family were literally massacred. And I decided at that point I would never return to Haiti.
Really?
So instead of returning, I went to graduate school and got a degree in biochemistry, and had a relatively long career with big pharma and biotech companies.
Okay.
But after the earthquake in 2010 that killed over 300,000 Haitians, I became very convinced that I needed to go back and give and help, see what I could do.
Well, and now the Hopestart International, you really are meeting some very, very important needs, and needs that are just basic human needs that we have for individuals. For example, one of the programs you offer is food. I mean, that's just a basic necessity in life.
Yeah.
So tell me about the food program that you offer.
The food program started with the fact that when we were drilling wells for providing clean drinking water, we became aware of the fact that many students in primary schools, you visit there and they're literally asleep on their desks. And you ask the teacher, why don't you wake them up? And the teacher says, well, it doesn't make any difference. They haven't eaten for 2 or 3 days. They don't even have the energy to stay awake and alert. So in 2012, I started feeding about 30 of them twice a week. I think that's not much, but at least it gives them a better chance to stay alert. The program has grown very fast, and today we're feeding over 850 malnourished primary school children 5 days a week.
That's amazing. And this also includes clean drinking water as well,
Clean
correct?
drinking water.
So what about your clean drinking water program?
The water program is what we actually started with, because the first issue that I noticed is a dual problem of high infant mortality and cholera epidemics, both caused by drinking very contaminated water.
Sure, yeah.
So we started drilling wells 300, 350 feet deep to get water out of aquifers that it's impossible to contaminate water that deep.
Oh, okay, well that's good, that's
and so
good.
it provides clean drinking water for them.
Which now leads us into the housing as well. So you're now also providing housing, correct?
There was, the last hurricane was over a year ago.
Okay.
And there are still families with small children who are living for the past almost year and a half under frayed tops that are held together by branches cut from nearby trees. And when it rains, Elaine, the conditions are literally subhuman.
Oh, wow.
And it just breaks my heart to see young children standing under tops, and sometimes they have a piece of sheet metal to keep from getting soaked in the rain. And so we're building a village for families with young children to have a safe and sanitary place to live in.
Oh, that's so good. And so with this, of course, as you continue to move on and as you serve these families, there are a few things you most certainly need for your organization, which is volunteers and also donations so that you can continue the program. Is that correct?
Yes, because we have an orphanage that we started in 2010 with 8 children that were being thrown out on the street from an orphanage that was being closed by the authorities because of the filthy conditions and very bad treatment of the children. So we started a home for them in a rented house, and now we have acquired a property and built 2 houses, and we have 35 wonderful children.
And you have to still continue this on, so this can't stop here.
This can't stop.
Can't stop. Very good. Well, you know, we are so thankful for what you're doing, because too often we see this sort of thing happen and people forget. And I'm so glad that what you're doing, you're bringing everything to the forefront of everyone's mind. So thank you so much for what you're doing for the people of Haiti. We certainly appreciate you and all of your efforts.
I can't do it by myself.
That's right. You need some help.
Donors.
Volunteers and donors, absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you so much. We certainly appreciate you. Make sure you take a look at their website so you can see how you can get involved to either donate or volunteer. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
How healthy is your heart? Find out by visiting Tri-City Medical Center for a comprehensive heart risk assessment. Tri-City's Cardiovascular Health Institute is offering 2 screenings for the price of 1. Call 855-222-8262.
Hi, welcome back. We are here with our next guest, both from the Oceanside Cultural Arts Foundation, Elaine Whitehour and Ruth Jameson. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Glad to have you both here. Glad to have you back, Elaine.
Good to see you too.
And it feels so good to say my name to someone else. Well, good to see you again. So it's that time of year again, yes?
Yes.
For the Oceanside Days of Art. So for folks who do not know what the Oceanside Days of Art is, let's kind of inform them a little bit first.
The Oceanside Days of Art, and this is our 26th year.
Wow.
Is a free fine arts festival. It began with an editorial in our local newspaper that said that Oceanside was a cultural wasteland. And so Dr. Keith Broman and Eli Sanchez, who was working at the city, and the Mitchells, and Ruth and I and a few other people got together to prove them wrong.
That's right. Good
and
for you.
That's how it began.
And is that how you got involved, Ruth? Yes?
Well, I became involved as an artist on the Arts Commission. I had a studio gallery in Artist Alley, which wasn't Artist Alley at the time, but subsequently became Artist Alley.
Yes.
So through the Arts Commission and my work in the arts field myself, I became involved with the Cultural Arts Foundation. And the visual artist embraced the whole idea of having a special day, because in first it was only one day.
I see.
Then it went to 2 days, which was much needed.
Yeah.
So it was just something that really elevated the whole idea of having something new and different and wonderful in the city of Oceanside.
Right.
I mean, we didn't have anything, did we? I mean, it was like,
now we have some really great things.
and now
Yes,
we
do.
have
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful things going all the time with the museum and the festivals and so forth.
And speaking of new and different, even this year we're doing some new things, right? So what are we doing
I'm
this year?
really excited about this one. We are intersecting
Okay.
with the National Endowment for the Arts grant through the library, and with the museum, and with the Old Globe Theater. And we are partnering or collaborating with the Big Read, the library's Big Read,
yes, yeah, they
Stations
talked about
11. And it's post-apocalyptic.
Okay.
And they're this small group of Shakespearean actors and symphony players, and they travel from station to station because there are no more towns performing. And the thread through this is that to survive is not enough. We must have the arts to thrive. So we just went, yes, we'll take that. So the Days of Art is going to be the grand finale of the Big Read Month.
Perfect, very good. So it's 2 days,
2 days.
correct? Yeah, 2 days, very good. And then in addition to that, you have, of course, you definitely want people to get involved, correct?
Yes.
And how can people get involved, and what can they do in terms of getting involved?
Well, this year we're having a senior show with the library.
Oh, very nice.
So we will need people to come down and sit the show because the artists that exhibit will not be there.
I see.
And we can use all the help we can get.
So you need bodies on deck.
Need bodies, yes. And so if you'd like to look upon wonderful art things and be involved with the city in this respect, please come down and let us know.
Oh,
And
very good.
the deadline for an artist to apply to actually show during the Days of Art is March 30th.
Okay.
March 30th. And all of that information, including the application and all the parameters, are on our website.
I see, okay.
And the performing arts, we have 3 stages again this year, or 3 performance venues this year, and we encourage them to embrace the theme. And so we have a group called Quiddity, the Quiddity Quintet, and they play Elizabethan music. And then we have an original play from Oceanside High School, and it's Shakespeare's comic characters in a post-apocalyptic scene, and so we're really excited about that one.
Oh my goodness, this is good.
And we're just about filled. I think we have about 3 more spots left. If there are some performers out there that would like to get involved.
Oh, this is so good. And then you do have another event coming up in May.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Tell me about that event.
We moved the Oceanside Music Fest. We moved it, we moved it. It was 2 weeks in October, and we just went bananas.
Okay.
So we decided to spread it out throughout the year. And so we've got one coming up, 30 Shades of Jazz.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Well, we'll make sure we check out the website and take a look at that.
Definitely.
Thank you, ladies, so much for coming and bringing and making sure that art stays here in Oceanside.
Amen.
We are not a wasteland here.
No, ma'am.
We'll be right
Far
back.
from it.
Hi, welcome back. I am here with Chris Megason. He is the president and CEO of Solutions for Change. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Glad to have you here. You all are busy and doing lots of work.
We are.
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot of work to solve family homelessness.
It really is. And you know, here, of course, people think we're in California, we're in the San Diego area. Things must be just absolutely fantastic. But not so.
No.
Not so. There's definitely a homeless problem. And so what are you all doing at Solutions for Change to help family homelessness?
Well, we're taking families out of the deepest poverty in Oceanside and North County here, and we're equipping them to not just solve it for a week or a month, but permanent solutions. And it started after I got out of the Marine Corps, Elaine, in 1993 after the first Gulf War. And I was helping out at a homeless shelter, mostly men, and a few women.
Sure.
And this little homeless girl by the name of Jessica yanked really hard on my sleeve one night, and she just so innocently asked me "Hey, mister, do you live here too?" And just the way she said it, it just like broke my heart that she's living on the floor of an emergency winter shelter designed for homeless men. And got down on one knee and I said, "You know what, sweetheart, I don't live in this place, but I'm gonna make you a promise. We're gonna get you and your baby sister and your mom out of here and back into a home." And that little girl launched a movement called Solutions for Change 18 years ago. And since then, we've gotten over 2,200 kids and 850 families out of this horrible condition and jobs and back into homes here in North San Diego County.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And you have, which 3 is my favorite number, number 1, but you have a 3-pillar approach to what you do. Tell us about that approach.
You know, I'm not surprised that 3 is you think in threes, right? I mean, they say that that's well, and so it's a 3-pillared initiative or approach to solve family homelessness permanently. And so often, you know, we have well-meaning programs and government programs, but we just end up scratching the surface and we manage these symptoms and then only, you know, like 20% get out and the other 80% rechurn. And so what we've done is we've created 3 pillars. One is a university for the homeless. So think of 1,000 days to a permanent solutions, because we can't help somebody who's homeless in a 3-month program or something. They've got years of, you know, being homeless. Or,
you got to undo some stuff.
You got to undo some stuff, and it's a deeper engagement. The second one is the largest aquaponics farming operation in the Western United States. So we're social entrepreneurs at Solutions for Change, and so we're trying to, how can we do something really innovative, but at the same time engage the folks that we help, the moms and dads are running the farm. Growing the certified organic food. We sell the food to the school districts, and about 50,000 kids eat this great food. It's the best food you can eat. And the revenue from that goes back into the nonprofit that helps underwrite futures for families.
That's amazing. And then the third?
And the third one is we find depressed properties that aren't doing too well, and we rehab them or we build from the ground up, and then the graduates of our programs now live in these healthy communities here. And so we're decreasing crime. Our place in Vista, sheriff did a crime analysis report, 84% reduction in the number of calls for service to that particular property after Solutions for Change went in and rehabbed it.
That's amazing. What incredible work you're doing. Of course, you cannot do it yourself.
Right.
So you need help.
Yes.
You need volunteers.
Maybe with a lot of really smart people like you that like to think in threes, maybe
there
we
we
could
go.
do it.
Yeah. But I'm sure you all need volunteers to continue to help serve, right?
We do. We really do. And so there's people that just want to give some of their heart, some of their time and energy. That
and if
would
they
be
can't
fantastic.
do that they can always donate.
They can always donate. Is there any nonprofits out there that don't want a donation?
Exactly.
We are certainly one, and we're having a spring concert this year, and
good.
We'd love to have people show up. It's just a few weeks away on the 28th of April, so come in, have some fun. We're going to have some great music, and it's just a way to connect with us and us with folks in the community.
So that you're helping to solve this problem so it's more long-term and not just kind of, like you said, putting a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, you know, and it's just not what we don't, that's not that we want to put Band-Aids on it, but it's just like we keep defaulting to just feeding people and sheltering people. Yeah, are people hungry? Yes. Are they cold? Yes. But let's do something to where they can feed themselves and they can figure out how to pay their rent and shelter themselves. So that's why we are Solutions for Change.
Oh my God, that's a great solution for change.
Yes.
I certainly appreciate it. Well, thank you, Chris, for coming and sharing. I certainly appreciate it.
Thanks
and thank you for all
me.
of the work you're doing. This is very good. Make sure you visit the website for Solutions for Change so you can find out how you can help this homeless problem right here in our community. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with our very last guest of our show. We'll be back.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here with the president of the Inline Hockey League, Shane Nakamura, and also he brought along his daughter, Abby, brought her back. Welcome back, Abby. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Shane, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
25 years you all have had this league, and this is just so incredible, you know, because there's so many different principles and values that go into having young people involved in this league. And so Tell us about the Inline Hockey League for those who don't know.
Yeah. So Tri-City Inline Hockey League has been around, like you said, for 25 years. You know, it started off with a bunch of kids in an apartment, you know, getting together and playing, and the vision of Blue Gomez, he brought this whole thing together. And, you know, the whole league was really built on a lot of core values of, like, you know, bringing players and developing them into great human beings, and, you know, putting school first, and, you know, getting kids off the streets to, you know, enjoy a sport and just stay out of trouble and things like that. So the focus is really more on the player and the development as a human and a person and of the community, rather than just, you know, as hockey in their skills in hockey. But that's, you know, more of the vessel.
That's so true. That's so true. How has this been for you, Abby, playing and participating? What's it been like for you?
Really good. I really like how the coaches are really nice, and it's really good as a sport because you can like be calm while doing it and not be like stressed or like rushed and learning and stuff, and yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. And this is not your first year playing, is that correct? You played before, and I think it's so great because it's boys and girls, which I'm sure is just incredible. So that way, you know, folks can know that this is not just a sport for boys only, it's for girls as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's I'd say some of the girls are more fierce than the boys at times. Definitely, it's great to see, you know, them kind of playing together, and you know, it's definitely not just a boys sport by any means.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So what time of year is the league open? How long does it?
So we have 2 seasons. One is a fall season, one is a spring season. We just kicked off our spring season, which usually starts in the March time. So we were just getting going now. I think hopefully we won't get any more rainouts, but we did get our season going last week. Okay. So it's awesome. And then the fall season, usually that's around towards the winter, like I think November, October is when we kind of get going.
And where are you all located? Where's the league located?
We're in Oceanside, off of Martin Luther King Park, right over by the skate park and the baseball field. So we're right there in the little hockey rink there.
Oh, perfect. Very good. And so if people are interested in getting their students involved, and what does it take to be involved? Do you need to get your own equipment? And where are we as far as that's concerned?
Yeah, so we're a nonprofit, and the benefit there is we get a lot of people who support us, and so we have a lot of gear too that gets people going into the league. We have free clinics right before each season in the off season, so players can try it before, you know, investing all that money into it. And, you know, we have gear for kids to try who are maybe less fortunate, need to borrow stuff. So we have lots of gear available to try to get people, you know, exposed to the sport and trying it out. Because we feel pretty strongly if you try it, you're going to love it because it's such a great sport. It's so fun.
Oh, good. So. Do you love it, Abby?
Yeah.
You do? That's
like
good. And your brother, your brothers, your brothers, do your brothers play too?
Yeah. All of my brothers and sisters except one who's like really little. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 6 kids in our family. The oldest is 16, and then the youngest is 1.5, but he walks around with a hockey stick too. So.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is good. So this is definitely a family affair. I would say that. Yes, very good. So of course you want families to get their children involved because there's so many other core values from, you know, integrity and leadership and all sorts of things. And so people are interested in getting involved. What do they need to do?
So yeah, I'd say that probably the best, easiest thing to do is check the website. It's tcihl.com. All of our information is up there. You can see like all the dates and everything that's going on. Come visit the games one time and check it out and see how it is. Like you said, family affair. It's definitely. We feel like we're a strong family-based league. Like we're great families there. Like that's what really makes us special, I think, compared to other sports as well out there. There's great sports, but I think we're really special in terms of like we're a big family.
And family is so important in today's society. I think we need more of that, more of those core values. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming back and visiting, Abby. I certainly appreciate. Can't wait to see you again next season. And thank you so much, Shane.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, it's our pleasure, our absolute pleasure. Well, if you would like for your children to get involved with an incredible organization that's going to teach lots of really great social skills as a human being and not just a sportsman, make sure you visit the Tri-City Inline Hockey League. Well, that's it for today. That's all of our guests. We're so glad you decided to join us here on Oceanside Spectrum. I'm your host, Elaine Swan, and we will see you next time right here on KOCT.